Good morning, guys. Yeah, I said it. Tarot reading is a scam. It is. And this is coming from a tarot reader. This is coming from a fan of the divination, meaning like I watch tarot readers as well. I've got personal readings and everything, but I've been thinking about this for like a couple of days now. And then yesterday, Spirit guided me to rewatch the movie Under the Cherry Moon. It's a Prince production, 1986, I think. And in there, his character, Christopher Tracy, opens up a box of tarot cards and he's like, you know, I've always thought these things were baloney. You just tell people what they want and they're happy. And I believe that's what's happening in this industry. And y'all aren't even realizing it. What I'm about to say is coming straight off the cuff, and I'm not sugarcoating anything because some of y'all need to hear this. When I was going through my divorce, I was married to an undiagnosed narcissist, but very much textbook. And as I was going through the divorce, that's when I stumbled upon a tarot reading on YouTube. And I was always drawn to tarot readings that always talked about how these people were talking shit behind your back and all of these people are conspiring and they're doing spells behind your back. And I would watch them and I was already afraid going through the separation, going through the divorce. I was already in a state of panic, in a state of fear, literally at my lowest point. And all it was doing was exacerbating the situation. And I kept being drawn to the same, because in my reality, I was like, wow, this person was enabling my husband. This person was enabling my husband. This person was enabling my husband. And so it was feeding that in my head. And then I was calling that into my reality. Then when I started kind of interacting with my separate person, twin flame again, and things with that situation were not going good, I started watching a bunch of twin flame readings, and they're like uniting, reunion, coming back together. Your divine masculine is thinking of you. Your divine masculine can't get over you. Your divine masculine is crying at night. Your divine masculine wants to reach out. They're sending messages and deleting them. And then it had me on the edge of my seat, like really obsessing, devil energy over my phone or my notifications on, like back in the days. Is there a ringtone? And then what am I going to say when he comes back? And I hope he doesn't come back. Screw that jerk, And then it was a lot of that perpetuation of the same cycle. And then when I snapped out of it, I realized I was inviting in the normalcy of lack and fear and despair. I was inviting in low vibrational things into my life. And then whenever I would come across a high vibe reader who was there for truly there for my greatest and highest good, and they would say stuff like, you need to really pay attention to your health, and you need to take this time for yourself, and you need to learn to meditate and ground yourself and journal, maybe reach out to a psychiatrist or a spiritual leader or shaman, reevaluate your patterns. And it was too much. It wasn't as much of a dopamine hit when I had somebody actually truly tell me how to get myself out of these cycles versus feeding the cycles that I was so comfortable being in. And it wasn't until I kind of snapped out of that and realized it's more about healing than it is about the perpetuation that things started moving in the right direction in my life. Some of you guys don't even realize that the people that you're watching on YouTube, and I'm not going to name names, okay? I'm just being real. How popular or unpopular this video is going to be, I don't know. But some of the channels are geared specifically towards fear mongering. They're geared towards, these people are talking shit about you. This person is has hate against you and so on. And the whole channel is that. And then some channels, every single reading that the reader does, somebody's coming back from your past. Your past lover is coming back from your past. And then other channels, all they do is say, you're winning. You're going to get $1 million, $100,000 in the bank today. And there's something to be said about the positive messages. But then the negative messages, all it does is keep you stuck. You've got to be able to separate yourself enough from the situations to step back and see things for what they really are. I was subscribed to a reader who, and I didn't realize that all that reader did was like reunion videos. It didn't matter the zodiac. They were always like, your lover's coming back, your ex-lover is coming back. Until I started actually looking at the videos, and I'm like, damn, they all say the same thing. And then wait a minute, as I'm waking up, do I want any of my exes to come back? Because the perpetuation of those same patterns are keeping me stuck. There's a reason why they were exes. There was a reason why Spirit took them out of my life. Now, as far as the very high vibrational videos, when they're like, you're growing spiritually and your work is going to take off and your creativity is going to take off and you're calling in a soulmate and the soulmate looks like everything you've ever wanted and money is coming your way, so on and so forth. You can't just watch videos that elevate your vibration like that and just walk off and expect it all to come to fruition. I used to say this when my channel was brand new. Spirit isn't just going to deliver for the most part. Spirit is not going to just deliver blessings to your door like an Amazon package. You don't get to watch a reading and then hear ding dong, and then the love of your life is at the door, $1 million is at the door, a new house is at the door, a new car is at the door, a new job is at the door. It doesn't work like that. If you are ever watching a tarot reader, or you're getting a personal reading and what they're saying sounds good, then you need to tap into that energy. Tap into it. Don't naysay it, nothing. Just expect that Spirit has got your back. If you're watching a tarot reader and it sounds like some shit you don't want to happen in your life, they tap into the energy as it is right now. That's what tarot reading is. Unless the reader actually specifically says, well, if they change their energy up, if they evolve in this way, if they heal in this way, then what? But a lot of people aren't asking Spirit questions like that. So it's the energy right now, the projection for where that energy is going to take you. If you don't like where the reading is taking you, then you are the change conduit for that. You don't want your ex to reach out, then you need to separate yourself from that ex. And a lot of people are going to say, but I've done that. Why are you still watching the reading that talks about an ex coming back? As soon as, if you want to actually detach and not allow in and elevate above and remove yourself from that energy, then stop watching the readings that give that kind of verbiage, that give that kind of energy. Nope, not for me, click off. You don't even need to be that one that comments down below, this ain't for me. You're already in the mix, honey. Hope this is making sense. It's just coming right off the top of my head. I feel like there are a lot of people that have now become addicted to tarot readings, and it's an escapism, and it's not doing a lot of people good because it's supposed to be utilized as a tool of many tools. If you were to get a tarot reading and then you get the message, and then that sounds like a great message and something that you could actually work towards receiving as a blessing in your life, then go and clean up the rest of the mess that you have in your life. Sometimes Spirit has you stuck and waiting on, or it feels like you're stuck and you're waiting on this and that and the other to happen in your life in a better way, but you're tackling situations in the exact same way. Sometimes Spirit's not going to move you forward if you still are ignoring your own health. If you're not taking your health seriously, if you're still addicted to sugar, if you're still addicted to alcohol, if you're still addicted to smoking and vaping and all the other kind of addictions, sex, pornography, so on and so forth, your ex, tarot, and not thinking for yourself, letting other people think for you and run your life, so on and so forth. It's harsh. I get it. I don't think that people understand how energy works, and how if you are lacking completely and or turning a blind eye or numb to a certain part of your life, then other parts of your life are going to be lacking as well. It's a full scope. Some people are being told 2025, well, this is what 2025 is the year of the wood snake. It's about shedding old skin. It's about endings, people leaving your life, situations leaving your life, and you elevating your life, and stop being stuck and gravitating towards the toxicity and the things that you were told as a young person, unlearn, to relearn how to have your own perspective and how to move in your own direction, in a direction that's more pure towards and your purpose in life, being your authentic self. That's what 2025 is supposed to be. And then 2026 is supposed to be the year of, wow, I'm really who I am. I'm surrounded by the people that I know I'm supposed to be surrounded by. I'm moving forward in grace. I'm moving forward in my own internal power, and I'm happy. And if anything negative should pop into my life, immediately return it back to sender. I know how to handle those situations now. I'm more emotionally mature, and I can move forward a lot faster rather than being stuck like I used to be. But some people hear that 2026 is supposed to be the year, baby, 2026, let's get on it. And they don't even know where to go from there, because all they're doing is clicking on one tarot message after another and not actually taking leadership in their own lives to change, to evaluate. And then now some people are like, okay, so how do I even do that? I don't know how to do it. First things first is to have a conversation with yourself and say, we're not going to keep approaching these situations the way that we've always done. We're going to approach our bills differently. We're going to approach our health differently. We're going to approach our money differently. We're going to approach our children differently. We're going to approach our family members and our friend relationships differently. We're going to approach how we clean and have our house set up differently. We're going to approach our mental landscape differently, and we are going to research different ways to tackle things so that we can elevate ourselves. You have to be the one to make that change. You have to have that conversation with yourself. And I'm borrowing this from a commercial about therapy. If you feel like everything that you've done up to this point, or the things that you've done up to this point, have not gotten you into the places that you need to be, or away from the places that you need to be away from, then maybe it's about asking for help. Maybe it's about reaching out to a non-biased party, a third party or something, whether it's a counselor, whether it's a coach, whether it's a therapist, whether it's a guide, a shaman, to help you move into a different direction. Sometimes you're so close to the fire, you can't even see that it's burning you. And sometimes that means that you need to ask for somebody else's help. Just doing things differently for 7 days can really change your outlook and your perspective. You can't wake up tomorrow and do the same things after receiving this message that you've always done. You're going to have to change something about how you tackle some things. So is tarot really a scam? It's a scam if you abuse it. It's a scam if you don't use it as a tool to help you grow as a person, for sure. And that's how I feel about it. I hope this helped. Love you guys. Bye.